老师家里有没有那个环境可以让他接触到这么多的文学？
I just did what I like to do. I'll tell them the story of the. After I went to college, my father asked my mother, "Are you willing to support him for the rest of your life? If you do something well, then you usually can survive. If you, this is hard to explain, I think. What matters is doing something rather than getting somewhere, then it's easy. 困难很少. If you want to get to something and want somebody to give you something, recognize something, then it's 可能不容易. My students would often ask certain kinds of questions about that. And I finally get into this line, which I would say, you work very hard in grade school to get into a good junior high school. You work very hard in junior high school to get into a good high school. You work hard in high school to get into a good college. You work hard in college to get to a good professional school or graduate school. You work hard in graduate school or professional school to get to a good job. You work hard as your job to rise in your position. You work hard there to get yourself a nice house and a car, right? Then you work very hard to save enough money to retire, and then you retire, and then you die. 这是结果论。
结果论。
人生有什么意思？我喜欢很多诗人，但是我也特别喜欢杜甫，可是最喜欢就是喜欢杜甫。可是多半的人看杜甫有一个固定的看法，杜甫是，我记得这个。有求想到国家，想到人民，所有的，他们的选本都有这样的事。为什么把所有的杜诗放成英语，改变这个面目？真的有，可是不能算是真的面目，是一个面目。And there are many other 杜甫，有另外的杜甫。有像特别喜欢吃饭的杜甫 ，and his poetry 有特别关于吃饭的诗，有可笑的诗，有什么样的诗都有。So if you translate them all, you get to see a 杜甫 who's much more interesting. My father always said that talent is cheap. That is, it's 特别多人有很多的天才，
很多天分，
不值钱，
天分不值钱。
But those people who can take talent and work hard at it and use that talent well, they're few. And that's what matters, not having talent, but actually working at it. I like to think of myself as a craftsman. Right? And I don't want to compare myself to Michelangelo. That's not good, but that's too much. Yeah. But Michelangelo, when he did carving, he would look at a stone and he would say, "What's inside the stone?" And he thought of carving as setting something free. And sometimes when I think of writing about a poem or a piece of prose, I think about finding what's inside it and letting it free and letting it out. Or what's been covered over by boring interpretations.
那汉学带给您的人生，真的带给您的人生什么呢？
We think of it, people say, you're a Westerner, you're raised in Western culture. We're raised in what we read. We're raised in what we study. And we're also raised in the Hanjin and all that. So I'm not sure I'm a Western scholar. I'm sure I'm not a Chinese scholar. So we're always changing, we're not fixed. Right? So what do I gain? Well, I gain a very strange way of looking at the world.